Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Sunday, the 20th of August. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alrighty, Sunday's selections. I quite like Sunday. I like Sunday more than Saturday, if I'm honest. And I'm hoping the ground is a little bit more settled because it looks like it's going to be a dry day on Sunday in most places. So I'm banking on generally on the good side of ground. We'll see kind of how that fares in Ireland as well with the Curragh and Tramore, but the forecast generally looks like it's going to be okay. Certainly not terrible with rain. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be boggy out there, but we will see. That's how I'm banking on it. But there's some quite interesting meetings. You've got the Sunday series at Sandown, so I've picked out a few there. There's a couple of nice big field handicaps at Curragh. I'm not getting massively involved there. I've just got one in each of those races and then a third horse at the Curragh. I've got 4 horses at Tramore. I've got 3 races at Southwell I'm getting involved in and 1 race at Pontefract, and then I've got a couple over in Deauville in France running in a couple of the group races. So all in all, I've made it £35, so it's stake and 3/4. On the way I would normally do it, it is a stake and a half. It should be in a 30, and I've nudged it. So I'll be upfront and say I've nudged it to 35. So I'm not quite having a little go. I'm not quite there, but I've nudged it. I've nudged it more than normally I would do for a day like I've got in terms of the selections. So there's a lot to get involved in on Sunday. So I'm going to go through that. 6 bets in total. It's 5 lucky 15s and 1 combination bet where I've got 3 legs. So a 3-legged combination bet. That is what I've got. What else we got to go through? So I'm going to go through Saturday selection shortly, which it started off well and it ended up terrible. So we'll go through Saturday. We'll go through the outlook of this week, what this week's going to look like. Going to go through a few little bits of statistical information, just check where we are, and yeah, generally I'll do some musings about mid break and what I've got planned, because yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I'll get onto that. But yeah, there's a few bits of things to update you, I guess, on things I'm going to be doing differently, things I might try doing. Yeah, so but not dramatically, generally keeping a similar format, but yeah, it's just while I've been away, I'll be honest, it's been nice just to have a bet and not have to think about anyone else's money ride on the horses, so it's just my own money. So yeah, it's felt a lot more relaxed picking horses when it's just my own money, which is, it's bonkers. Like, unless you've ever done this, I don't think people quite appreciate. Do what I want with my own money. It doesn't really matter. Clearly it matters. Like it matters. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't feel any pressure betting on horses when it's just my cash. But when I put it on the channel, it just feels entirely different. And yeah, so. But there we go. Right. So what we're going to do? We're going to do through Saturday. So Saturday wasn't very good. First day back, 30 on 11.93 was the return I got. I would imagine everybody would be similar-ish. This is the one that got most of the money back. We started off with a winner, Silver Samurai, and looked like potentially we could have a nice day when Masonic then went in and was second. And then Duffer, and then we snagged 5th, which most bookmakers paid out on. So it was a place treble on one half of the lucky and a place double on the other. That got us some money back, but pretty much that was it, I think. Everything else was a bit of a washout. So yeah, I got a refund for that. And if you'd put in Impeller, which was my other horse, that was second, you'd have got slightly few more pence back. And I think everything else was absolute duffer. I won't even waste time going through it. I don't think there was any other return from any other bet. It was just really, really dire. Just frustrating because just when I'm doing a video, I want to have a good day. It's all well and good me having a good day when I'm not doing a video, and yeah, it's If I'd done videos all of this week and not been away, then we'd be in a different position come Sunday morning, but we're not, and that's where it is. But yeah, literally every time I go on holiday this year. Anywho, we'll move on. It just does my nutting. I'm sure it does everyone else's nutting as well. But yeah, I needed a holiday, so I ate well, I walked well, I slept well. So I did all three of those things more than I usually do. Yeah, that was good. So we're going into Sunday minus £18.07 for the week. For the month, we are still slightly ahead, but I'm very aware that's only going to be the case if you were with Sky Bet. If you're not with Sky Bet, we have not had a good month. So it would be a lost month for anyone other than people using Sky Bet. So yeah, really want it to kick on a little bit. And the outlook for this week is it's the York Ebor Festival, and anyone who's been knocking around for at least a year may recall the York Ebor Festival. I got butchered last year. It was really was like the only big festival. Got absolutely nailed. I did really well in 2022 at most festivals, but York Ebor, it was awful. I think we tanked every single day. So there's my advertisement for following the channel for York this week. Genuinely this year York's gone a lot better for me, but the Ebor Festival last year was awful. And the forecast at least looks reasonably settled, and so hopefully that might mean consistent reading of kind of how the outline of the races and the ground and the pace and that kind of stuff. But you'll see it. You see it in Ascot. You saw it at Goodwood. When you've got racing over 5 days, you can't just go the draw bias is this, because it changed from day to day. Goodwood's a brilliant example. Each day it varied, and it depended on whether jockeys were looking for the better ground. The better ground was in different places each day. At least with Ascot, generally I would have said that at Royal Ascot the best ground was in the same sort of place. Goodwood, it moved about. York, it's even harder to read sometimes because horses inexplicably run duff races at York, even when they've run well before. It's very hard to get right, but we have got it right so far this year at York. But let's see how we get on for this week. What I also say as well about this week is plan is after today I'll be back Tuesday night, Wednesday night usual. There's not going to be a Thursday night video, so there'll be a gap between Wednesday night and Saturday morning. So I'm not able to do a Thursday night or Friday morning video this week coming. I've got other commitments. So the plan is Wednesday's video might be a bit of a bumper because Wednesdays will have Thursday's racing, and I'm going to put a Friday York Ebor bet, because I think it's the Nunthorpe Friday. There'll be a Friday York bet on the Wednesday night video. So Wednesday night video will have Thursday selections and a York additional bet as well, because most of the markets will be priced up and place terms should be clear enough, I would think, by Wednesday night for Friday. So bumper video Wednesday, so then there won't be any video Thursday or Friday physically, and then I'll be back Saturday morning on here. That's where I'm at. So that's the outlook for this week. Right, I'll go through Sunday's bets and then I'll go through anything else I thought I was going to talk about. Okay, we're going to start with Tramore. We had no Tramore on Saturday. It all got cancelled. Fortunately, that didn't impact what I was going to do on the channel very much. That was all right. But here is our Tramore bet for Sunday, hoping that Tramore, as the ground has recovered enough for them to get going. So we've got 215 broken ice 8-1. At the time of making this video, 365 standout price 16-1. Double any other, well, almost any other bookmaker. 350 Fox Leicester 20s. You can get 25s on 365, and 420 Cruising Susan. There's been a few Susan horses knocking around recently, and I know Susan and Susan fans have been following the Susan horses. I do believe it's the first time on the channel I have selected a Susan horse. So Cruising Susan is in the 420 Tramore, and then the 450 Mullins Cross at 10s. 18 pence each way, lucky 15. It's a 540 bet. Betting advice, I've gone into this a little bit of detail for this vid. So we've got 365 standout in terms of similar, same place terms as all the bookies listed there. I think all 7 of those bookmakers, same place terms, but with 365, you've got best price guaranteed in the morning, and you've got the standout best prices on 3 of those the night before. So 365 are best, Betfred second best. Oh, little word on 365, I was going to mention that. I'd noticed this week, which I'd not noticed before, I got paid out what looked to me like a bonus for one winner on a lucky 15. No, it wasn't even lucky 15, was it? It was a Yankee. Got paid a bonus on one winner on a Yankee, which hasn't happened. And I whether or not there's some sort of offer or promotion on 365 that I've completely missed, but I got paid double for a winner on a Yankee. So one winner on a Yankee I did today. Was it a Yankee? No, it was a lucky 15. It was a lucky 15. Sorry, right. Retrace my steps. It was a lucky 15, but I don't do them very often. That's why it's confusing me. I do them on the channel, but not myself, because I normally do Yankees and separate singles, so I can vary the amount on the singles, and that's too complicated to do for the channel. So anyway, it was a lucky 15. If anyone else had that experience, or I've missed something, or 365 changed something, because I'm not aware usually 365 pay you double for one winner on a lucky 15, but that did happen to me today. So feel free to let me know. Anyway, so 365 best, Betfred second best, and then either Sky, Hills, 888, Unibet or Betway. Those 5 are joint third best. 540 is your bet. That is the Tramore bet. Then we've got the sort of around and about bet. So I've got my 2 at Deauville, 250, Trouviant. I think I've probably even written it wrong. I think it's trained by Harrington. Anyway, it's that's the horse I'm on. It's trained but in Ireland, running in Deauville. These 2 at Deauville, I just think there's absolute value knocking about at 20 to 1 in both those prices. I would have them much more around the 12 to 1 mark. So whether they're going to be good enough to get in the top 3, and Sky stand out 4 places on that one, which I was quite surprised about. But yeah, that horse Trouviant is I think it's run twice and won twice at Deauville, and I think it will handle conditions, because it's going to be very, very soft over in Deauville. So we're going to chance that one, because the front 2 will be tough to beat, but we'll have that at 20s. 4 o'clock Deauville, Diva Donna 20s. I think that one the market's slightly overlooking that one because it's a much smaller stable. Talked about this many times, but bias towards small stables, you will get better value on horses running for yards that are less well known and jockeys that are less well known, and Diva Donna fits that bill. I think it's got competitive enough form, and it should be a lot closer in the betting to a few of the ones it's run against that are much shorter odds at single figures. So Diva Donna in the 4 o'clock at Deauville, 5 o'clock Pontefract Claim the Stars at 14s, and 5:10 Southwell Mawari at 16s, 18p each way lucky 15, 540 is the bet. Sky best, 365 second best, Betfred third best, and then Hills, Betway, 888 or Unibet. There's a bit of a similar theme to some of these bets. Those 7 bookmakers that are on most of these bets are the right where to be. Paddy and Coral for a lot of the bets are not as good. Paddy particularly are paying short place terms on quite a few of the races, and it's all to do with this ongoing thing where the owners of Paddy don't. I think it's like the Arc Racing tracks. I think something like that. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. Just get on with the bets. Bet 3, we've got 3 at the Curragh, 1 at Pontefract, 3 o'clock the Curragh. Volatile Analyst, I think that's an interesting horse. First run in Ireland, changed trainers after Keith Dalglish finished training, and this one's ended up in Ireland for some shrewd trainers, gone to the McGuinness Yard, and it's always worth watching horses that have been trained and run in England having their first start in Ireland. So 3 o'clock Volatile Analyst at 16s, 5 o'clock Pontefract Plumet at 20s, 505 at Curragh. I've chucked in a small one now. I didn't like anything at a bigger price, so I wanted to go stick a short one in. So Midnight Fire at 5s, 535 the Curragh, full back line at 20s. So those 2 are very competitive races, but generally this week, from where I've been reading form, I'm feeling much better about UK form than I am Ireland form. It was Dundalk earlier in the week. Well, that's a separate thing. We're always all right at Dundalk, but yeah, the Irish turf form, I'm not reading it so well at the moment. I think a lot of it's to do with sometimes it's draw bias on the day, and you never can quite get that right, and sometimes it's about the ground not being exactly what the ground is stating it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to go nice and easy at the Curragh. 18p each way lucky 15 again, and this time I've got a 35p each way double on Volatile Analyst and the full back line 16s and 20s. Sky are best for this, and then this is a 365 Paddy or Coral, so bog bookmaker. Most bookmakers the same place terms, 365 Paddy and Coral. You will get bog in the morning. 610s you bet for bet 3. Bet 4, 3 at Southwell, 1 at Sandown, 410 Southwell, Mr. Squires at 22, 510 Southwell, Brandy Station at 14s, 540 Southwell, Artisan Dancer at 12s, 645 Sandown, Alpine Stroll at 11s, 18 pence each way lucky 15, and again another 35p each way double, this time Mr. Squires and Artisan Dancer, an additional 35p each way double on those two. Sky are best, then 365, then Betfred, and then it's Hills, Unibet, 888 and Betway. They are the best 7 bookmakers for Bet 4. Bet 5 is the Sunday series, all at Sandown. The ones, it's all on ITV Racing for those of you who follow that. So 4:15 Sandown, Arecibo 14s, 5:45 Indemnify at 11s, 6:15 The Beautiful Game at 22s. That'd be a nice one when England in the World Cup final on the same day and back in a horse called The Beautiful Game. Is there a synergy? We'll find out. 6:45 Diamond Bay 12s, 20p each way lucky 15. I think that's the only 20p one I've done on the staking plan. 20p each way lucky 15. £6 is the bet. Sky are best for place terms, and then 365 Paddy or Coral because it's much of a muchness everywhere else. Most bookies are paying 4, and those ones will get best price guaranteed in the morning. That is bet 5. And then finishing off, don't do these very often, but this felt like the right combo bet for me. So as I said, I'm not going big on the Curragh ones. I like these 5 setups. So 5 o'clock Pontefract, Plumet and the Claim the Stars. 5:10 Southwell, Brandy Station and Mawari. 6:45 Sandown, Diamond Bay and Alpine Stroll. And this is, put them all in the bet slip, so all 6 in the bet slip. 12 times 15 pence each way doubles. 8 times 15 pence each way trebles. £6 is the bet on that. Sky best, 365 second best, Betfred third best, and then Hills, Unibet, 888 or Betway. Those are your best 7 bookmakers for bet 6. Alright, so that's the plan for Sunday. Right, what else was I going to talk about? My holidays. I'm trying to look at how I can ease my channel workload, because before I went on holiday it was getting ridiculous. We did have Galway Goodwood not long before, but yeah, I was up far too late putting out videos, and no good for my health, and no good for impact on my family. So I'll be aiming to get my videos up much earlier. No more 1-2 o'clock in the morning jobs. If I'm doing that, then by exception on specific circumstance, but that's not good. So I'm looking at ways of how I can basically go through the form in a more of a swifty way, and I was doing that whilst I was on holiday, and it did me no harm. So looking at how I can get through things a little bit swiftier on the form read. So that is one plan. Whether that means there might be less selections or less complicated bets, not quite sure yet. So that's something I'm definitely going to do, because it was just taking up far too much time. Just want to try and look at how I can reduce the workload. I could reduce the workload by not doing the old Sharpies, but that's part of my trademark. That's what I brought to you: Sharpies, coloured Sharpies on a piece of A4 paper. There's other people out there that have gone on to take the world by storm by using whiteboards and stuff like that. Some people use digital screens for things, but no, I'll keep the Sharpies and the white paper whilst I can. Because I think, as it's been the case, probably I'll try on Friday mornings to do a short video, although there won't be a video this week Friday morning. I think it's putting all the bets on as well, and it plays into this whole thing of all the stats are recorded through Sky Bet. So that's the thing I'm going to do more thought on, and I might do, I think I said this before I went away, might do a little separate video about kind of conflab just for those people who've got particular interest in what we're doing and how we can record it on the channel. because being honest, it would save a bunch of my time not having to place all these bets on put all the bets down on Sky Bet before I physically have to upload it. So if all I was doing was writing out the bets and putting the average price or something, it might make it easier. The challenge the other end is by putting it all on a betting account that's a real betting account, it makes it nice and simple and straightforward for me to work out returns, because I can just add it all up and it's got the clear raw falls. Whereas if I was doing it more in a theoretical land and I was sort of taking average place terms and whatnot, then working out raw falls, which will vary from bookmaker to bookmakers, it will make it harder. And I've got to be more alert to watching betting markets as and when the videos upload. So it's sort of trying to minimise the workload in there. So I might do a little separate vid, or when I've got a quiet day, kind of extend that video and do that. So that is on my mind, because I've said always, I won't be here forever. This is not a thing I'm going to do forever, it will run its course. I had a brilliant first year. It's been challenging to get the results for the second year, not for the want of trying, just trying to land them on the same on a day I'm doing a video. That would be really helpful. It's I'm still getting enjoyment out of it, right? So I get it. There's a bunch of people just like completely confused, like, why do I put so much time in this when I don't really get anything out of it? I enjoy doing it. I'm trying to help people. That's why I get frustrated when it doesn't go well, because I don't really feel like you're helping people. Albeit I know all the little tidbits and stuff I put out as I go along do help. As I was saying, I'm not going to be here forever. I don't know what the lifespan of the channel is. I will keep doing it in the way I've been doing it, and then I will constantly look at kind of revising what I'm doing. And at some point in the future, I imagine it might become a slightly more ad hoc thing. We will see. When that will be, I don't know yet. Not in the next few weeks, certainly. All right. But yes, because there's a new thing. I'm going to do a new thing. I'm going to trial it this weekend, this Saturday. I've been mulling this over for a very, very long time. And because I wanted to do something a little bit to play into the fact that there's lots and lots of people who share their own tips in the comments, and particularly I was really bowled over the amount of people who went and shared all their tips whilst I've been off on all those videos. I'd love to find out as well what people think. So I know some people just wouldn't have bothered watching them. It's fair enough. But for those of you who did watch the 2-minute vids and put your tips up, be great to understand next time I have a holiday. Do you want me to do the same thing again? Did that work for people? That would be really helpful to know. I was just so many people sharing their tips. It's great, and obviously people want other people like to see what other people are doing. So I'm going to trial this Saturday a bit of a I don't know what you'd call it, like a fantasy betting tipster competition. I say it's a competition. It's not prize. There's no prizes, right? So there's plenty of people out there who do competitions because they want loads more people to write things in the comments, or they want more likes or whatever. I'm not doing a competition because I need or want anything like that, right? So I've said many times, the channel will get to the size the channel gets to. I'm not interested in millions of followers or whatever. I want to find the right people, not everyone. Really I want to do something just to give people a little bit of a side interest. And so what I'm going to try on Saturday is fantasy tipping competition of some sort. I'm going to go through it all nearer the time in more detail, but it's just to give you a bit of a flavour and a bit of a head start. We'll focus on the television races. So there'll be television races on a Saturday, and you will have a fictional, or you can have up to a fictional 10-point bank. That would be the plan, which you can spread in whole points on any horses in any of those televised races. So if there's 7 televised races, you have to work out what you're going to do. And then you've got to work out with that 10 points, and they've got to be used in whole points. So either 1 point win, 2 point win, 3 point win, 4 point win, or 1 point each way, whatever it might be. And a point will, equivalent. Let's say the point is equivalent to a fictional pound. You can then send. The idea I think is I will put something in the comments that you can then comment on. So something in a comment thread we can start off. For the league, and put it in there, and then you guys will then literally, if you want to go 10-point win on one horse, and that's what you're doing for the competition that week, that's fine. If you want to do 2 point each way on that one and 2 point each way on that one, and then 1 point each way on that one, that's your free, that's fine. So I think I might cap it that says no more than 3 selections, but you could put all your points on one horse. That's absolutely fine. If there's an on runner, that's tough. I'm not going to keep track of like that. But I guess the thing I want to test out is how manageable is it for me to manage some sort of league table. So when people put their points out, how easy is it me? I mean, am I going to get 50 people? Am I going to get 100 people? I don't know. There's at peak, there's a couple of thousand views on a video, unique views. I think there's about 1700 on the average video before I was on holiday. I've been on holiday, it'll dip down now, and other people on holiday. I don't know what that's going to convert to, because 1700 views only converts to about 100 odd likes. So, less than 10% of people who watch the video actually express a like or a dislike. So it's hard to know how many people are really watching and how many people just watch for 5 seconds and it doesn't count as a view and all that stuff. But yeah, hopefully that little ramble has explained it, and hopefully that'll pique some interest for some. But yeah, the idea being a fictional 10 points, whole points only, no more than 3 horses on Saturdays, televised races, and then you can pick them however you want. And then basically it'll work out from whatever the starting price is, and that's the key thing, it's the starting price. Whatever the starting price is, work that out. So if all your horses lose, you get minus 10 points. If all your horses win, then you'll do well. And so each Saturday we can have we'll have a fantasy tipping horse winner each week, and then we can roll that up and see how we're doing each month, and then actually keep a league table running for the rest of the year potentially. So I'm going to trial it Saturday, see how it goes, and if I think it's manageable to keep doing it, then I shall keep doing it. If I don't think it's manageable and someone else wants to keep track of it, who diligently wants to do that, then absolutely, that's also an option. We can run it, and someone else can do the stats and let me know what they are. But yeah, I will try and do it myself and see how we go. But I just thought it was a little bit of an interest. Then everybody shares their tips. We can actually sort of see if there's actually truly a tipster champion in the comments, because some people put out some cracking stuff. But yeah, so the key thing is on this type of thing, it's no combinations. So I would point out that as well. So no combinations. So just singles only. And then I think my wondering is, as a byproduct from doing this type of competition, will it actually impact how people bet themselves with their own money when they sort of see what types of horses, what types of races they win points on or they lose points on over time, because that would be quite interesting to see. And then the other point with it is, because I'd expect on average most entrants to have minus points each week, right? So stands to reason, if most punters lose in life, most people entering this competition should lose each week. Therefore, there shouldn't be any disadvantage, or potentially even an advantage, if you miss a week or miss 2 weeks and you're on holiday. So the hope is, with this, the way I've set it up, that actually even if you're away and you miss a week, you're not actually necessarily missing anything, unless you happen to have an amazing horse that's won and you haven't bet on it or whatever. So hopefully it makes it easy for people to kind of dip in, dip out as we go, certainly if we're going to keep a running league table. All right, that's that ramble done. I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, thanks very much, and I will see you Tuesday night. Let's hope Sunday goes well for us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.